Namaste. Wow, we just completed our Surya Namaskar sequence yesterday. It is so beautiful how it all connects, right? How it's symmetrical forward and backward, right side, left side. I love the sequence. And for sometimes in my practice, this is the pinnacle of my workout. This is the pinnacle of my asanas. And for some, this is a warm-up. So I want you to just modulate your energy and really take a moment to notice what feels right for you, what feels within your capacity. Remember, you want to be at 70% of full capacity because this is a daily practice. I don't want to burn you out and have you do 200% and then you never return on the mat. The whole point is that it's compounding. We're doing a little every day. We can see how it builds, we can see how our energy responds to it, and we can make it a change in our lifestyle permanently. So today, what we're going to really do is just tweak, give you a few variations around the Surya Namaskar, but we have the structure already. We've got the skeleton to work around. So this is where I'll answer some of your questions around the transition and how to connect your movements so that they're smooth and really working with your breath. In order for us to actually feel our breath and be guided by our breath, we also have to switch away from the identification of what the pose should look like, how it should exactly align, how it should be at its fullest, because then we're not flowing with our breath and where our breath wants to take us. It will take us there eventually, but when we are able to really breathe fully and deeply. Otherwise, we're holding our breath, trying to realign the pose, and then we've lost the essence of the practice because we're holding on to that tension in order to tick off a mold that yet we want to break from, right? So I actually invite you to explore the sequence, explore how it feels within you, and do it minimalistically, without too many checks and balances. Just start to play around. Once we're in tune, we've got these subtle sensitivities now. We've been really working with the meditation, with the breath awareness. You're aware. So if you're aware of that subtlety, it will only guide you forward. Because I've seen clients where they'll push themselves so much where they're operating from their mind and not their body. Clients who maybe practiced in studios before doing more personalized practices, and where they were in a hot class, desensitized from any pain receptors because the artificial heat basically numbs out feeling a stretch. And so she pushed herself too much until her ligament popped. So I always want you to be centered in feeling first, in experiencing, in noticing, rather than feeling like you have to go into an advanced version of a pose. Let's be kind, let's be gentle, let's take things slowly so we can evolve safely, we can transition smoothly, and really see the fullness of our practice in body, energy, and mind. What we're going to do today to start our practice is a meditation around the pineal gland, which is at the eyebrow center. And this is where serotonin, where melatonin is excreted. And these are neurotransmitters that make us feel connected, that make us feel love, that make us feel relaxed. So we want to get to that space, not from an outward stimulus, but more of an inward journey. So the pineal gland is so important because it centers around our ability to visualize. And when we can set our intentions on something, then we have seen how it can physically manifest, how it can visually be seen on a molecular level. So instead of waiting for something to happen, let us in our mind's eye see it happening, see us benefiting from its effects already. Instead of waiting for something to happen and yearning and feeling not enough until this has happened, let us visualize that it has already happened and that we are in fact grateful and already seeing the benefits of it. And this intention will bring it into manifest form. So this is the power of visualization, and how by bringing our thoughts connected to our heart vibration, we can really change our art. We can really change our outer environment as well. So hands on your knees, eyes gently closed. Let's go into a meditation and find your breath and connect to that place of inner peace. As you inhale, you're breathing up. As you exhale down, you find the silence within, the stillness, honoring the body and its intelligence. Bring your awareness to your eyebrow center. Bring your awareness to your eyebrow center. And just visualize a white beam of light shining at the eyebrow center. And the light filling your head, your skull, your neck. And then there's a light ignited at the heart center. Feel it shine bright around the back, your shoulders, your chest, your rib cage. Feel every single fingertip light up with this light, with this brightness, in this glow. Notice now a third light around the navel, illuminating around the stomach, the hips, the lower back. Let the light radiate down the legs, the knees, the shins, ankles, every single one of your toes. And just see that light from within. And see yourself optimally healthy and optimally happy. And send a wave of gratitude having this blessing of health and happiness, having a toolkit to access our potential. And the light shining from you can't help but radiate outward. Your glow lifting and brightening your environment, your surroundings, the people around you, and their happiness. Feeling that connection to yourself to the world outside. Now taking this light, taking this vibration, let's move with it. Let's breathe into it. Let's expand it. And we do so by coming onto our mat. Let's practicing the asanas, practicing sun salutation from the start to the end, and we'll go through the different variations available to make this your personal experience. So just like we did yesterday, we're going to move with the breath. We're going to flow to really work into the transitions and noticing the transitions. I'm going to give you a few variations. The first variation, as we know, is to go into the full forward bend or to stay halfway. Okay? So you know if your back is feeling weak, if your core needs a bit more strength, you stay at the flat back. If, however, you're feeling tight and tense and you want a deeper stretch and your hamstrings are feeling tight, then allow yourself this fold. Second variation, when we step into Anjaneyasana, we do so by having one foot at your hands and the other back, right? So you've got, again, this option of staying in Anjaneyasana down here, or if your legs need some more power and activation, you want to control your poses, then stay up in lunge. Both of these alignments are familiar to you already, so it's up to you whether you inhale here or here. Second variation of Anjaneyasana. So far, we've kind of just had our hands down when we're inhaling. You have the option now of a full expression of the inhalation, lifting your arms up, allowing a gentle arch in your back. So remember that openness of the breath in, you're expanding in the chest, and you're creating space to breathe into. Same here, you're breathing up. You want your gaze to follow your hands so that the alignment of your neck is gradually moving with the rest of your body, with your shoulders and your arms. So there are no kinks in your neck. And then you're here in plank. What happens after plank? You go into child's pose, right? And then from child's pose, you kind of snake up into cobra. If you want, you have the variation now of going from plank down to the floor instead of child's. And then from here you can lift in cobra. So now you have the basic framework of Surya Namaskar, of the sun salutation. You see the movements and how we flow forward and back with the breath. You're inhaling, opening, exhaling, stretching. Now, this is all about, this whole program is about how to personalize a practice, how to create a self-practice. So more than listening to my guidance, I want you to have the awareness to listen to your own body, to your own energy, and ascertain, what do I need right now? And have a toolkit available so that you can shift and change the practice to really suit your needs. And as the days change, your needs will change and your practice should change with you. So what I'm going to do, since we have the basic structure of sun salutation already, I'm going to give you some variations. So this is how we can fine tune it. We can really personalize it to make it feel your own. So let me take you through 5 variations. We've already established the first one, in flat back, which is A, or B, which is Uttanasana. And then also understanding the knowledge, having the information to discern which one should I choose. If your back is feeling tired and weak and your core belt needs to be activated, then do A, do the flat back. If your back feels tight and compressed and your hamstrings are tight and you want a deep stretch, then do B. So this is for strength and this is for flexibility. Now you check in with yourself to see what is it that I need. Sometimes the most flexible people are those who actually need the strength more, and vice versa, right? So it's a process of balancing, it's a process of centering and calibrating any differences so we can feel integrated in our strength and flexibility. The second variation is something that I've already touched on, and it's lunge. So Anjaneyasana. Okay, you've got actually quite a number of variations in this pose. You can either have your knee here or come into a high lunge. So it's either a low lunge or a high lunge. Yeah. So you're inhaling or lifting your inhale. Yeah. That's the two variations for the legs. There are also two more variations for the arms. So up till now, our hands have been down. So you're inhaling up here. You also have a variation to breathe up into the pose. So you can either inhale up here, or inhale up here, or inhale here, or inhale here. Do you see the 4 variations of lunge? The back knee is down or up, the hands are down, the hands are up. The only thing I request when you are choosing the variations for you is that you keep it symmetrical on the right and the left side, so you stay with it for at least a full round. Another thing is that you notice. So maybe your shoulders are feeling tight, but maybe it's because you've been slouching forwards all day. In which case, that openness is something that you do need. So I would recommend, when it comes to strength and flexibility, if you want more power and control in your lower half of the body, then stay high in lunge. This will give you much more strength. If, however, you're finding your shoulders have rounded, your posture's a little slouched forwards, then I invite you to open, to breathe up and create that space to breathe into to help create a better alignment in your posture. So this is when you need to introspect, you need to observe and then ascertain what exactly would help you the most in this situation. The next variation is actually from plank. So you know how we've gone through plank and then exhale, child's, and then we snake up into cobra and then down to downward dog. So you've got this option from going, so you start at plank, and then so far we've gone down to child's and then snaked up into cobra. I'm giving you the variation where you can go from plank, and instead of child's pose, you can lower to the floor and then you lift up in cobra. So this is another variation for you to play with. Instead of child's pose, you can lower. Quite a lot here to download. When we practice, I will go through the different variations so that it's clearer in action. When you're ready, hands at your heart center, listening to the sound of your breath, bringing your tongue at the roof of your mouth, staying with your Ujjayi breath, listening to the sound of your heartbeat. So let's start with the variation of bringing your hands up in Anjaneyasana. Inhale, And exhale. Fold forwards or flat back. Inhale, back leg. And arms up. Hands down, both legs back, plank. As you breathe out, drop your knees and come into child's. Inhale, open. Exhale, push back. Right foot forward, drop the knee. Inhale, arms up. Hands down. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And breathe out. Left side, remember we do the same on both sides. Inhale. And down. Breathe out. Child's pose. Inhale. Exhale. And inhale. Same side. In. And feet together. Inhale. And exhale. So that was round 1 with the hands lifted in the low lunge. This time, let's lift the back leg off the floor, keeping the arms up. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Drop. Exhale. Inhale. Right foot up, back leg lifted, inhale, hands down, feet together, exhale, inhale, exhale, other side, in, out. Breathe in, sit back, inhale, push back, left foot up, back leg lifted, arms open to breathe in, hands down, feet together, exhale, inhale, and exhale. Good. Next, we will, instead of moving from child's, we will drop to the floor. Control and lower to the floor. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. So rather than child's pose, you're down to the floor and then pop back to downward dog. Right foot up, breathe in, hands down, feet together, fold forwards. In and out. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Breathing in, exhale, inhale, exhale. Left foot up, inhale, hands down, feet together. Inhale and exhale. The final variation is moving with flat back instead of forward bend. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, in, exhale, inhale, 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 and exhale. There are a lot of permutations within those variations, so play around with it, experiment, and tell me what your favorite sequence is. I'll look forward to hearing from you on Facebook, and I see you tomorrow for the last variation. Namaste.